Shalom, this is New Yeshua Mizrael, Hebrew on the Island 2. Today is Genesis 15 highlights and Torah reading. Genesis 15, the title of Genesis 15 is A Son Promised to Abram. I'm going to give you the highlights and we're going to do the actual reading. Remember, we're living in days. You should enjoy eating of the scroll. You should enjoy listening to the words of the Most High, to the Ancient of Days, to the one in Exodus 3:14 that says, I am that I am. Tell him I am have sent me. You shouldn't be so antsy and, I just got to see a regular video. I can't really withstand just sitting there and listening to actual Bible reading. Listen, like if you're antsy, moving around, can't wait till the video's over with, you need to check yourself to see whether you're in the faith. Now, the lights went off in my house. I hope it comes back on before my computer shuts off. Now, I live in a third world country and, the electricity goes out often. So, let me just wait a second because I know this computer is going to shut off then. And I'll just have to wait. Okay, lights came back on. So we're good. You heard it? Okay, let me start before the lights go back off again. Okay, let me get out of this view of this camera. Okay. So, Genesis 15 highlights. A son promised to Abram. Abram has a vision and is speaking with the Most High about being childless. And he only has a steward worker, I think his name is Eliezer, in his household that works for him, I guess is his servant. That he can, it says in his household that can be his heir. Like when he dies, when he leaves the earth, who will inherit? He doesn't have any sons. He doesn't have any kids. So he's speaking like he's talking within the vision. And the Most High tells him that your steward that works for you will not be your heir. That Abraham will have his own son. And Abraham believed. That is the highlights of Genesis 15. I will now read it to you. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. Remember, this is like gold, platinum, riches beyond riches, earthly riches. Hearing the words of the Most High. Hearing the words of the Most High is invaluable. There's no value to it because it's too valuable. It's the most valuable. So while you have it, be involved in it. Read it, hear it, meditate on it. Because at either the end of the system or at the end of you, if you don't do what Isaiah 34 says, and I'm paraphrasing, it says, seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read, and all these things shall not fail. Well, the way you show that you love the Most High is if you seek Him. An example of an element that makes you one of the elect of the Most High is, and forget about the 144,000. Find it nowhere in the law. You have to prove everything out of the law. One attribute of the elect of the Most High, or those found in Isaiah 65, those that sought after the Most High. Well, how do you seek after the Most High? You seek after Him by worshiping Him, praying to Him, meditating on His words, reading His words, studying His words, memorizing His words. That's how you seek the Most High. That's how you have a relationship with the Most High. So, for you guys that, like I said, because when I look at the view count on the actual Torah highlights and readings, they're usually low. That shows that Israel hasn't matured yet. But guess what? I still have patience for you. Okay, Genesis chapter 15. Let's do the reading. A son promised to Abram. After these things, the word of the Most High came unto Abraham in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceedingly great reward. And Abraham said, Most High Elohim, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is Eleazar of Damascus? And Abraham said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Most High came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. And he believed. That's Abraham in verse 6. And he believed in the Most High, and he counted it to him for righteousness. See, that's a key element. That's like a jewel that we extract from Genesis chapter 15. Faith, belief in the Most High, that his words are the truth. Psalm 119, 142 says, and his word is the truth. His law is the truth, rather, which is his word. Do you believe it in Hebrews? I do. His law, his word is the truth. And he counted it to him for righteousness. And this is what you need. In Deuteronomy 6 it says, and it will be your righteousness that you see to keep all the commandments of the Most High. That's Deuteronomy 6:25. Well, part of righteousness is having faith in the Most High, keeping the laws of the Most High. Verse 7 of Genesis chapter 15. And he said unto him, I am Elohim that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Elohim, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, take me a heifer. This is a heifer. Take me a heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years. That's a goat. A she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old. And that's a ram of 3 years old. And a turtle dove. And a turtle dove. And a young pigeon. Here's your young pigeon. And he took unto him all these and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another, as you see in this photo. But the birds he not. He didn't cut the birds in half. Okay? And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abraham drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham. And lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them. And they shall afflict them 400 years. Talking about Egypt. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Afterward they shall come out with great substance. Talking about the Exodus. Okay, remember, but there's no new thing under the sun. Most High did it before, he's going to do it again. We're going to come out of America, Europe, and all these places with great substance, and he's going to judge them. I know a lot of you Negroes don't like that word. He says, and it says, and also that nation whom they serve, the Israelites, will I judge. The Most High doesn't change. He says, I change not in Malachi 3:6. He's judging America, the Caucasians, and all the other heathen pagans on the earth. They all had us in captivity. He's judging them. I know a lot of you don't like that. Too bad. I love it. And they deserve it. And afterward they shall come out with great substance. I love that as well. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the 4th generations they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoke furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. As you see, burning lamp and smoke passed between. These are 2 pieces of the animals. He cut them in half on instructions of the Most High. as a covenant type between the promise that he's making, that he's going to give him an heir. In the same day the Most High made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thee, thy seed have I given the land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kizites, the Kadamites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Raphaim, those are the giants, I think, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, the Girgasites, and the Jebusites. That is the reading of Genesis chapter 15. Abraham's covenant with the Most High. He's giving him his heir, giving him all the lands. And all the great rivers and all that stuff, that's all in the Americas. The land flowing with milk and honey. All the maps are wrong. Everything's turned upside down. Remember, we have a devil. He spreads himself out like the green bay tree in great power. The Most High gave him that. And he changes days, times, seasons, and everything. But the Most High is revealing the truth to us in these latter days. This is a new Yes from Israel, Hebrew on the Island 2. Until next time, next time.